Welcome to the Devonshire Dis. Today, it's time for a bit more sofa chat with Loz as we talk about the Walt Disney World bubble. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the Devonshire Dis Podcast. I hope you're well. Loz is with me on the sofa once more, and that means we're diving into another planning discussion for our upcoming trip in 2026 as we travel back to the magic. We're into the second half of May, and for those following us on Instagram, you would have seen that we are well into our double digits on our countdown. As of today, we are on 79 days out, Loz.
Hello, everyone. I don't know where this time is flying by to.
It really does feel like tens of days are falling by, like 2 or 3 days at this point. It's mad.
Absolutely flying by.
The year is flying, and so is our countdown, which is exciting and terrifying at the same time. So far in this trip series, we have been discussing our picked DVC resorts that we'll be staying at. We've picked up planning tips from AC to consider regarding our first Disney Cruise Line sailing. And you guys have helped us with planning out handy hints and tips for our first ever visit to Disney's Vero Beach. Another thank you to the community for helping us out with that one. Be sure to check out those episodes. They're all live now on the Devonshire Dis Podcast. A lot of useful information's in there as well. So if you are planning similar sort of destinations, then go check them out because we've had a lot of feedback from people within the community and we've learnt a lot during those episodes, so be sure to check them out.
Yeah, there's been some great helpful tips, isn't there, for our planning?
Absolutely. Today we're going to be talking about the bubble, so on-site Walt Disney World property, and what's on our wish list for the parks, outside of the parks, and any special events that we're hoping to attend. But before we can do all of that, we need to buy tickets. So we got our tickets from Attraction Tickets.
We did.
We've used them before, never had a problem. We've also used Florida Tix.
Yep.
Florida Tix is who we use for 2024. Again, no problems there. And we've also gone direct as well. It's all fairly similar in prices.
There's never a massive difference in pricing. The main reason we'd go with Attraction Tickets is because you can put a deposit down.
Yeah, absolutely. So we did this many moons ago and have just been chipping away at it like everything else. And yeah, all paid up now. So we had our e-voucher come through and it was just a matter of writing in the details in My Disney Experience and linking those tickets to your MDE.
Yeah, it just gives you a reservation number, doesn't it, that you put into My Disney Experience. And we didn't even need to do it on both of our accounts. It linked it on mine because you had multiple tickets, didn't it?
Yeah, it's all pretty seamless. I remember back in the day, pre obviously My Disney Experience, if you didn't go direct, then it's usually a paper-based confirmation. You had to go to the ticket office on the first day, and then you got your paper ticket, and it was a bit of a faff to get in. This day and age, it's just a QR code or a barcode, and away you go.
Showing your age now, dear.
I know. It was a different time. When
we first started planning, you used to get the reservation number, didn't you? But there wasn't My Disney Experience. You had to log into like the web version.
Yeah,
do you remember?
Much. Yeah, you did. Yeah,
and do it that way, and you had to do it on each individual account and then link them.
Yeah. Gone are those days. It's all just seamless through the app now.
And then you had fast passes where you could start booking fast passes. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
We did that for 2 trips, didn't we? Where you had to go onto the thing to book your fast passes in advance.
Yeah, that was FastPass Plus, I think, at that point.
We did a whole evening planning, from what I remember.
Yeah.
Fast passes.
Oh yeah, it was all part of the fun back then. Yeah. Very similar to what the 60-day ADRs are for your dining reservations. It's very similar. Yeah. Shame not to have that anymore because obviously that was free and it was handy to book all of the attractions that you wanted to get on.
Oh yeah, but it's not half as stressful now because you don't have to worry about your plans going swiftly if you've got lightning lanes and fast passes. But
well, this is it. Yeah, you've got a bit more of a limited time in comparison to what FastPass Plus was. But obviously you got to pay for it now. But it is what it is. We move forward. And yeah, we've got so much to see and do in the Walt Disney World bubble this time, in the parks itself and just out and about, because there's so much more to do in Walt Disney World property than the theme parks.
Believe it or not, we weren't planning on buying tickets for this trip originally when we first discussed it, were we?
Yeah, because we obviously were booking in the cruise and we were heading over to Vero Beach for a bit. We did potentially look at, well, let's just let's do some resort hopping. And as far as Walt Disney World is concerned, maybe stick to like Springs and all the other activities. But the pull to get in the parks is always strong.
We just worried that we were too close and we'd miss it. And it's our last year where we don't have to pay for Noah.
Yes, yeah. So he'll be free out there in August. So he'll have a magical birthday this year, as we've mentioned on podcast previous. But obviously, the way that Disney works is you never grow up when you're on Disney property. So because he was 2 when he landed and checked in to Walt Disney World, he will be 2 throughout. So he'll be free for the tickets, obviously, and he'll be free for food and so on and so forth. So yeah, he will officially be free while we're out there, but he'll technically be free when he gets back. So yes, attraction tickets, we bought a 14-day ticket, always handy to have. The 14-day ticket you can use throughout 18 nights, I think it is, or 18 days.
Yes, I believe so.
So we don't have to, essentially, you don't start on day 1 and then you've got 2 weeks to use it or lose it. You do have that grace of 18 days. So actually, if we activate it before we go on cruise, we'll still be able to get in the parks after we get into the bubble following Vero. So that's handy.
It's basically operational for the 2 weeks from the date you activate it. So when you book it, you have to put in a date that you want it to be activated from. And then I think it's 18 days after that activation date, you've got to use the 14 days, essentially.
Yeah.
So like we obviously won't be using the full 14 days because we're not in the Disney bubble for 14 days. But if we were, and we were there for 3 weeks and we had a 14-day ticket, if we didn't use it every day, it's fine because it stretches a little bit further.
Yeah, absolutely. And also the perk that they've got with the water parks on check-in day as well. I've been speaking to a few people online just to make sure this is correct, but if you're using that offer of water parks on your check-in day, it doesn't count as one of your days on your 14-day ticket, so that's really handy. Kind of gives you an additional day in a Disney park, albeit a water one.
We think there's only one day we'll potentially be able to use that in there, but we might try it out to see how it works.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. And of course, both water parks are going to be open through the summer as part of the Cool Kids Summer offering.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really good to hear.
I don't think we've ever been able to do both parks.
Well, last time in 2024, it was stroke of luck, really, because Blizzard Beach was open for the one day that we were there, which was the first day of our trip, and we headed over there, bumped into Luke and family on the entrance and exit. And then it was predominantly Typhoon Lagoon. It was only due to the date that we were going that we were able to utilise both. But this is a full opening. It's open now, actually, as time of recording. It was earlier last week that it opened its doors. So now you've got both water parks open.
We've never been there when they've both been open together.
No, I think it probably predates our trips together. Definitely. Yeah. It was a long time ago when it was consistent.
So it's nice to have options.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll definitely be utilising both water parks because we absolutely love them.
We do.
Right, we're getting ahead of ourselves. We're already in the parks. So as far as this episode is concerned, what we thought we would discuss is our sort of wish list, what I want to do, what I would like to do inside the Disney bubble on Walt Disney World properties. So we're talking parks, we're talking in and about Walt Disney World in general.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, because there's so much to see and do, your organisation skills are kicked in. And yes, we do have a nice colourful spreadsheet.
Yeah, I've gone into OCD spreadsheet mode.
Do you even, like, you've been a few times now, obviously, over the years, and given the way that Walt Disney World has evolved, for listeners who are listening to this who may not necessarily have gone over repeated times, or this may be their first time planning and they've tuned into the Devonshire Dis Podcast for a bit of information, do you think it needs a spreadsheet and that sort of level of planning for a Walt Disney World trip these days?
So our spreadsheets have evolved, haven't they? In the sense that if we talk about pre-kids, our spreadsheets were, to put it bluntly, OCD. So we tried to plot everything. We plotted what we were doing in the morning, the afternoon, the evening, where we wanted to eat, what we wanted to eat. Like we said, fast passes were booked, so you kind of knew where you needed to be. Since we've had kids, we have a spreadsheet so that we have a rough guide of what we want to do.
Yeah.
In the sense that because you can book your dining from 60 days, we basically work it around if we'd like to do dining, where we want to be. So what park do we need to be in? and kind of whack it a bit around that, but also working it more around the evening shows. We don't tend to plot much in the day, do we?
Not necessarily like attractions. Like
No.
you see some spreadsheets, and I've seen a few of the community who sent me through pictures of their planning schedules and spreadsheets, and some of them
They're incredible.
are incredible. Like the one I've got in my mind is Dom and Sarah, Wookiees on Tour. Their spreadsheet, it looks awesome.
It's incredible.
Absolutely awesome. And yeah, they've obviously gone into a lot of detail, and there's others who have gone into details of the amount of attractions they want to do, when they want to do it, do we want to do it in the morning, in the afternoon, and certainly before kids, we were absolutely like that for sure.
Yeah.
I think I always, and I've said it before again on previous podcasts, the Barbosa quote of rules are more like guidelines than solid rules. That's the one that sticks in my head whenever we think about planning with children now. We have to divert, you have to pivot depending on the energy levels of a child, and obviously we're going in August, so we've got the humidity to tackle with us as well.
I think we've learned that less is more, so that we won't disappoint ourselves by planning it too strictly to then be narked if it doesn't go to plan.
Absolutely.
So we kind of do it as a basis of what we'd like to do on a day, why we'd like to do it. So like we've got on here for one of the days, we want to do Epcot for the morning because we split it to AM and PM.
Yeah.
So basically up to like lunchtime and then afternoon. But like we said, we're going in August, so we're very aware that we're probably going to dip out at lunchtime, which is why we've done it like that. So like one of the days we've booked it at Epcot, but the only reason we've put in Epcot is because we really want to do Garden Grill.
Yes.
So we've worked it around that. But then there's another day where we know we want to go and do Fantasmic. So we've left the morning blank and we've put in to do Hollywood Studios in the afternoon because we know we're not going to be able to do a full park day. That's not going to happen with 2 kids in tow.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But we're also not being hard on ourselves that that's what we're going to do. The other thing we do is we usually sit down and work out what one attraction each of us wants to do in each park.
Yeah.
So then if we do one of those attractions one day, we're fine. If we do 3 of those attractions, we smashed it. But at least we know that everyone's got a favourite that they want to do, that they want to get on for this trip. We don't do it per day, we do it for the whole trip. So then if we don't get to it one day, we're not disappointed because we've got another day we can try it.
Yeah, definitely. My one for 2024 was Flight of Passage.
Yeah.
And I actually got to the last day and had to fork out for the Lightning Lane to get on it because we just didn't work out. Either the queues were too big or the kids were overtired and needed to head out, or we just didn't get to that part of Animal Kingdom at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
So it was nice to have that option of just being able to, do you know what? It's only $10-15. Really want to do it. Said it was my last do. Let's just get it done. So I'm glad we still have that offering.
We did it for Rise of the Resistance as well, didn't we? Because obviously having Noah as a baby last time we went, we couldn't get on all the rides as a family.
Yeah.
Whereas this time should be a bit different because of his height. But yeah, we're not super strict on it. It's more of a guide of what we think we'd like to do where, based around show times and what time we have available, but also thinking about events that are on in the parks and park capacity based on that. Like there's a couple nights that we go where there's a not so scary party on, so we know that we're probably not going to go to studios that day because it's going to be rammed. So we'll probably make the most of Magic Kingdom being quiet for the morning, because no one's going to go there for a half day on a ticket they've paid $150 for.
Absolutely.
Whereas that doesn't really affect us because we have a 14-day ticket, so every day costs the same effectively.
Yeah. It's a good tip for people who are looking at this and trying to plan their days. If there are special events on at parks, of course, the domestic guests that are heading down there and paying, hundreds of dollars per day per park, they're not going to be picking Magic Kingdom if they're going to be kicked out early evening. So that might be a great time for us who have the option of park hopping and the blessing of a bit more time to pop into Magic Kingdom, and you may get some shorter queues on some of those bigger rides to utilise them.
That's what we're hoping for, aren't we?
Absolutely.
And then the only other thing we really plot on the spreadsheet is food. Any snacks we want to do. So we do the same as rides. we pick a snack each, don't we?
Yep.
A snack each for each park we want to tick off our list to do this time. And hopefully we'll be able to hit that. Like the one thing we've probably had on the spreadsheet for at least the last 3 trips is the Nutella waffle at Sleepy Hollow. And we've still never got to it.
Yeah, no, that's very true.
It's just simple things like that, isn't it, that we want to try. Spring rolls. Still not tried spring roll cart.
Still not tried spring rolls, yeah, and that's a viral snack now.
It took us till last trip to try the Night Blossom in Animal Kingdom. And
Yeah.
We've been saying about that since it came out.
And would you like to give your brief assessment
Oh,
of
yeah.
that snack?
Unpopular opinion, I hated it.
Yeah, not great.
I was not a fan.
No, it looks pretty.
I don't think I like boba balls.
Yeah, it's an acquired taste, isn't it?
They weren't the one for me.
I didn't like it in the sip I tried either, I'm not going to lie.
So sorry, guys. We're not a fan of Night Blossoms in this house.
Give me a Dole Whip float instead.
But I'm glad I tried it. But it's not for me.
What's the mango drink in World Showcase that you like?
Mango Star.
The Mango Star. That's the refreshment.
From Refreshment Outpost.
Yes.
Over the bridge past Mexico.
Yes.
That's top notch, man.
Yeah, on a hot day, that was a thirst quencher.
That was great. Probably one of my favourite... Oh, that's a big statement. Probably one of my favourite Epcot drinks.
Yeah, it's a good one. It is a good one.
Although, we did have... And I don't even know if it's still there in Hollywood Studios. Someone can let us know. In the... Is it Hydraulics?
Oh,
that was
yes.
outside Muppet Vision.
Next to Star Tours.
Yes.
Yeah.
They do a frozen Coke.
Yes.
And that was incredible.
Yeah, if you're looking... Well, we're going in August and we're going to be looking for stuff for hydration. That slushy was pretty nice.
That was bang on. And I think you can get it spiked if I remember rightly.
Oh, an adult version? That sounds up my street.
But it was great just as a normal version.
Yeah, that's a good shout. That is a good shout.
We've gone on a tangent. But top notch.
Hey, this is what it's all about. This is why we're sitting down today to talk about our wish list and must-dos. And yeah, now you've said that slushy, I think, is on my must-do list.
Yeah, that was good.
That was good.
But the spreadsheet isn't overcomplicated on our side. There'll be some point that we'll probably put it on Instagram so people can ogle over it to see what kind of format we do. But
yeah,
it's not crazy detailed. It's not super OCD for me.
Mm-hmm.
It is color coded because it's got to make it look pretty.
Has to have a colour.
But yeah, it's a basic timeline of where we would like to be ideally.
Yeah, I think ideally is the word.
Yeah.
I used this sort of thought process when I was speaking to Darren and Ashley on a recent podcast episode for WW with me, and it's like you've got to get the sweet spot between winging it and going full regimental mode that you actually get disappointed because you're missing out bits of your spreadsheet. If you can get somewhere in between that, where you're content that you've got everything that you wanted to do done that was an absolute necessity, but also give yourself time to divert and swerve and weave with whatever the days throw at you, I think you're winning.
Yeah, I think the key is to, I don't like to say it, but don't get your hopes up.
Yeah.
Which is probably sounds really harsh, but don't go planning so much in that it's just not doable.
You will never see everything in one Walt Disney World trip. If you were going for 2 weeks, if you're going for 3 weeks.
God, we've been for 2 weeks. This will be our 8th trip together.
I think it is, yeah.
13, 15, 18, 22, 24, 26. Yeah. 7th trip.
7th trip.
Together. And there's still stuff we haven't done together in all the parks.
No, this is it. No. And it's constantly evolving. Like when we went in 24, Tiana's was still a construction site. So Tiana's is going to be a brand new attraction for us. And like I said, Guardians I haven't been able to get on because we had a virtual queue, but actually we didn't stick around that afternoon because the kiddos needed a nap.
Yep. We never get to do every single thing in a trip. So take the pressure off and thinking you're going to get to do everything, because you won't. You'll run out of time and it's not worth the stress. And also, sometimes it's just not worth the queuing. No one wants to be stuck in a queue for 2 hours. Let's be honest. So just don't stress about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Manage those expectations. Keep the vibes high. Try not to stress. I know it's difficult because there's a lot to do and time is money. as we all know, time is Disney dollars.
But when you're in Disney, you won't think like that because you'll just want to take it in and be immersed by it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You won't want to spend your day stressing about getting on the big rides.
Yeah, definitely. So as far as you mentioned, like obviously we have a must do for each park.
Mm-hmm.
What would be your must do attraction for each park?
Well, you put me on the spot, didn't you?
I'll give you the first one. In Epcot, it is time for Guardians. I need to get on that ride.
Yeah, we haven't done Guardians yet.
We'll find a way.
Mine would probably be Test Track this time.
Oh yeah, new Test Track.
Because we haven't done Test Track in a long time, and I think the kids will love it.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I think so.
Animal Kingdom. I've got to say Flight of Passage because I still haven't done it, and I think Penny will really like it, although I am a bit scared about it. But it's got to be done.
Yeah, you will. After going on it last trip, you will absolutely adore it.
Would that be yours for Animal Kingdom?
To get Animal Kingdom, I think for me, now that I've experienced it, I want to experience it every time I go there. So I think so.
Hollywood Studios. Probably Slinky because we didn't do that last time, and I remember really enjoying it in 22 when we went.
Yeah, it's a cool roller coaster. And Penny's obviously been on it when she was young. I think it'll be a different experience for her now. She's a bit older. I think she'll love it.
Yeah.
I don't know if Noah might be just shy of the height requirement when we get there. We'll have to check it out.
It's going to be a wing it on the day, I think, and see.
Yeah. Slinky's a good shout. That's definitely up there for me.
Although I've not done Smuggler's Run yet either.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. And it's going to have the Mando and Grogu overlay potentially, depending on which mission you get. That'd be pretty cool.
And then Magic Kingdom is probably Big Thunder Mountain because again we haven't been on that for years.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't think we even did it in 22.
No, I don't think we did.
So I don't think we've been on Thunder Mountain since 2018.
Yeah, I can't remember last time we went on it. I can't wait to get back at it. I've had a sneak peek of some of the additions to it and it looks fab, so I can't wait to get back on that.
Because we didn't even go on it when we went to Disneyland Paris, did we?
Disneyland Paris, it was shut. Yeah.
So it's a long time ago.
It's been a while.
Mine train.
Yeah, looking forward to that, definitely. I'd echo those. Obviously, for me, Hollywood Studios, I kind of always have to get on Rise one way or the other, just because it's above any other attraction to me as a massive Star Wars fan. So I do want to get on there, but I also take your point with Slinky for sure. I think another one for Magic Kingdom is Tiana's because, obviously, like I said, it was in construction last time. 2022, we didn't go on because Penny was younger when it was Splash.
Yeah.
So we haven't done any sort of Splash / Tiana since 2018.
Yeah.
So I'd like to go back on that.
What were we doing with our time in Magic Kingdom in 22 and 24?
I think there was copious amounts of Small World and other attractions of the like, but that's fine. The kids are enjoying it. That's the main thing. And actually, for what we were able to achieve, which we didn't do when you're missing out the thrill rides, is going back and experiencing things like the Tiki Room and the Country Bears. The Country Bears have had an overlay.
Country Bears.
We haven't seen the Country Bear overlay yet, so
God love those Country Bears.
We'll go and say hi to the bears. So yeah, there's plenty for us which are going to be new, refreshed, improved, for us to check out. And of course, thinking of Hollywood Studios just come to me. Rock and Roller Coaster doesn't have Steve Tyler and co anymore.
Yeah, I can't believe that's going to be open when we go.
Now it's going to be the Muppets, so we'll see what the queue loops are like for that. But I think AC would shout at us if we didn't get on there.
Yeah, you'll be going on it regardless.
I think, I'm going to have to do it. I love the ride, and then just to see what they've been able to do with the Muppets.
I don't think you'll get Penny on it. And I ain't going on my own, so it's one for you.
Single rider, see if the single rider's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Shows, day and night time, what have you got on your must-dos for shows?
So we've planned in to do all the evening shows, haven't we? And
yes.
By all the evening shows, I mean Happily Ever After in Magic Kingdom.
Yep.
As well as the Nighttime Parade.
Starlight Parade.
Yep, which I'm very excited about.
That's the big one for me. If out of any day or night show must do, I need to see that Nighttime Parade.
Yeah, we've missed the Nighttime Parade.
Absolutely.
Hollywood Studios is Fantasmic.
Yes, it always has to be done.
Which I just love. Gives me all the feels.
Yeah, definitely.
Epcot is Luminous.
Luminous. I need to see Luminous again.
I don't really remember Luminous.
I remember harmonious more.
Yeah. I don't really remember it.
I need to see that again.
I remember the cocoa bit, but I don't really remember it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to going back and seeing that again because I haven't seen it on YouTube or anything since.
No. And then the extra one we're hoping to fit in this time, which is a bit of a curveball and people probably won't think about, is the electric water pageant.
Yes, yeah.
We've never seen it.
I saw it as a youngster, but not like to stop and watch it just because it was opportune time when I was leaving. Because obviously at that point we were driving in instead of getting it. So, TTC and everything, we saw it when it was going round the lake. But I haven't seen it up close and the whole way through for a long time.
So what we're hoping to do is throw a bit of a curveball and do that one evening. Hopefully do like a resort evening, dinner, afternoon, early evening, and stay for the water pageant. See if we can catch that.
Well, yeah, definitely. It's like we said about just to jump into sort of like outside of the theme parks themselves. We do love a resort hop, and obviously if we've gone at it in the morning with the August heat, it may be that we just don't want to go back into a park in the afternoon. We might just, head up to the monorail loop and go and check out the Poly. Now the Poly Tower's there, and we haven't been in Contemporary together. No. So we can go and check out Contemporary. And
I've never been in Contemporary.
If we get some, evening food and one of the quick services there, maybe watch the water pageant, and we could even head up to Top of the World Lounge and watch Happily Ever After from up there.
Yeah, we've said about that, haven't we, a few times?
Yeah.
So there's options. We've also talked about going to Poly and doing Trader Sam's.
Yes.
So that's an option.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I do like the Poly.
All of this is really easy to do when you stay on site because we can get the bus to Magic Kingdom and then either walk the loop to Poly, or you can get on the monorail and go to Contemporary.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or you can get on the boat.
Yeah.
The world is our oyster.
And the kids love a bit of transport.
Oh, yeah. We love a good Disney transport.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm pretty sure last time we ticked off all of them on our list.
Yeah. Yeah. There's not really a trip that goes by where we're not using pretty much every element of Disney transport.
Not that I can talk about Skyliner because I'm still scared of it.
You just close your eyes and grit your teeth there.
Yeah. Do it because everyone else loves it.
To get back into the parks though, and a daytime show, another one that we haven't done that I'm looking forward to doing because I've heard good things is the Villain Show on Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
Because I wonder how long that's going to be there for.
Especially with Villains Land opening.
You got Villains Land opening, and I think if Muppets settle themselves over there with Rockin' Roller Coaster, I can see
a whole little Muppets Land.
A little Muppet area there, since the demand of Muppets is now back high due to the Muppet Show, and celebrities like Sabrina Carpenter making cameo appearances on the Muppet Show. It's obviously going to attract a younger audience.
That's true.
So maybe you might see a return of our beloved Muppet Show. Maybe it'll move towards the Villains area. You never know.
Talking of shows, is the Little Mermaid show?
Haven't done a new one.
I've never seen it.
Do you know what? Hollywood Studios and shows are fab, aren't they? And we've got the animation courtyard's going to completely change.
Yep.
And obviously Star Wars Launch Bay won't be there, and it will be back to its animated best. And Olaf is going to take us through some animation stuff as well in that building, so that will be something new. I don't know if the play park will be open by then.
I hope so.
Yeah, so do I.
Be a bonus if it is.
Yeah, definitely, because sometimes a child just needs to tear around.
Exactly. You've got the Frozen show over the road.
That's a good show. That is a good show.
You've got the Indie show.
Yeah, Indie as well.
Which I'm really hoping I get to see the whole way through this time.
Yeah, you've seen it in patches, haven't you?
Still in 6 trips, I've still not seen it the whole way through.
Yeah. So there's plenty of shows to still see, and obviously old staples like Beauty and the Beast.
Yep.
Just, there's going to be a lot to see and do as far as shows are concerned. We mentioned it, we sort of teased it, food and drink, but what about food and drink items? What's your top spot for the parks?
This is a really hard one. I have to say the Nutella waffle from Sleepy Hollow, because last time we ticked off the cinnamon bun from Gaston's, and that was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
So that's Magic Kingdom for me. What about for you?
Magic Kingdom food and drinks. I think for me, and my answer is probably going to be consistent for any park that has the option.
Okay.
But Aloha Isle and
Dole Whip.
the coconut
You love that
Dole
coconut
Whip
Dole
that
Whip,
was
didn't
there.
you?
Simple but effective. It was so refreshing.
Mm.
If they've still got that on the menu, I think every MK day I'm going to get a coconut flavour over there.
That was good, wasn't it? It's a cheap
good.
snack as well.
Absolutely refreshing. So, yeah, Dole Whip definitely for MK for me.
I
wouldn't mind trying a spring roll because a lot of people have spoken about it, but we've never done it. Like
isn't it the hamburger ones? Hamburger and pepperoni, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'd like to try the hamburger ones, I think.
Yeah, let's get like a combo of those.
I'm not sure about the dipping sauce for me. Bit of a plain Jane me.
You're not really a dipper anyway,
Not
are you?
really a dipper, no.
Don't like ketchup?
Nah. Not really sure where you want to go with that. Okay. For Animal Kingdom,
I've got Animal Kingdom nailed.
for years, we've talked about the fries at Mr. Kamal's.
Yes.
For years. At least 3 trips. So I really want to try those. Drinks wise, there's a float that we had last time. And it was incredible.
Tammy refreshments, the Fanta orange float
Dole
with
Whip
the
float.
pineapple in the top, bit of strawberry. Oh, that's
It was so good.
100% top of my list. Weston and Sarah in their episode with the Hollies, they mentioned a Joffrey's item in Harambe. So there's a few Joffrey's speciality coffees, and one of them was a coconut iced coffee.
Oh, it's right up your street.
And that might have to be done to keep the coconut obsession going.
Isn't it interesting that out of all of this, I don't think either of us are going to say a Mickey shaped bar at any point?
Well, we're hopefully, if the planning and research and insight is correct, we're hopefully going to be able to eat our body weight in Mickey-shaped premium bars on the cruise.
Is this what you're hoping?
Well, apparently you can get them in room service, and you can also request them at restaurants. So we're going to use the tips of the community of AC and Bibbly Bobbly Candle and so on and so forth, who said, if you want a Mickey bar, you just ask for it.
Okay. For me, Hollywood Studios is a really hard one to pick because I really like the Num Num cookies.
That Num Num cookie was good,
Oh,
wasn't
it was so good.
And a decent shareable as well.
I've also heard really good things about the carrot cake whoopie pie from the Starbucks down there. Is it the trolley car?
I know what you mean.
Starbies?
Yes, yep.
There's a carrot cake whoopie pie in there, and apparently it's amazing.
Well, I like a bit of carrot cake.
I know exactly what you're going to say from Hollywood Studios because we talked about it every time that we've gone and we've never eaten one.
Oh, I'm intrigued.
Is it a Ronto wrap by any chance?
Oh, yes. Definitely.
We also haven't tried the milk.
That was going to be my shout. One of them...
That's a curveball.
I know, one of them is going, I don't know if it's blue or green. I want to say it's green is leaving, or maybe even have left. Blue milk was more popular in Star Wars anyway. It's not everyone's taste.
No.
And I don't think it's going to be mine.
Nope.
But I want to say I've drank blue milk.
Yeah, me too.
So that might be up there for me. Certainly the Ronto wrap. It's very Star Wars themed. Do you know what else I always find in Hollywood Studios? And a lot of people probably synonymize this with Magic Kingdom, but for me it's always been Studios, and I think it's to do with the shows. Just standard Disney popcorn.
Oh, yeah, the popcorn we get from Hollywood Studios is always good.
And we always get, and I think it is because there's so many shows to just sit down and munch while you're watching.
And there's always so many popcorn carts.
Yeah. So Disney popcorn will be high on my list.
There's some great popcorn buckets out at the moment as well.
There are,
I
yes.
spend so much money on popcorn buckets.
We're going to spend so much money, period, I think.
What's the other park? Epcot.
Yeah, Epcot's difficult because, although when we go, there will not be a festival.
There will not.
No, we're in that strange overlap time, but we are having Cool Kids Summer.
This is the first time we've ever been to an Epcot park without there being a festival, by the way.
Apparently there's a lot going on in Cool Kids Summer. Apparently Goofy takes over Communicore, so
okay.
We've got some stuff and some entertainment going on.
There'll be some summer fun.
There will be some summer fun, so that's good. The kids will love it. But no stores, no food booths or anything like that.
I wonder if they do special things, though. There's that word again, do.
They probably will.
I can't say there's a standout snack for me in Epcot because there's lots of good snacks. There's also a lot of good drinks.
Yeah, definitely.
We had, and I know this won't be here because it was a festival stand when we last went, but do you remember that margarita we had? from the Brazil stand, I think it was.
Yes.
Oh, that was really good.
They won't. I don't think they'll have the same, but they will have something of similar ilk in the Mexican pavilion.
That was very good.
We can get a marg outside the pavilion there, so that might have to be a shout.
Mango Star is probably the one I'm looking forward to most.
Yeah, I was going to say that's probably your drink.
The one thing we did have last time, it just shot to mind and I got very excited about it, was we had the kakigori.
Oh, yes.
Outside Japan.
Yes, that is very nice.
There's a little quick service shack outside Japan that does, I believe it does sake in that as well.
Yeah, it does.
But they do something called kakigori, which is basically shave ice.
Yeah.
With, I want to say the flavourings were like watermelon, cherry, orange, strawberry. We had a blue one, didn't we?
I can't remember the flavour.
I just remember it being awesome. You can do the whole condensed milk on it as well. We didn't do that.
No.
But for the price of it, I think we only got one, didn't we? We shared it between 4 of us. Yeah. And it was such a good snack. It was so refreshing on a hot day.
Yeah, definitely.
So if you're after like a proper refreshing snack, can't fault it. That was great.
It's interesting because we're mentioning food and drink items, and actually a lot of it is
standard,
a result of it being humid and trying to cool ourselves down.
Yeah.
With Dole Whips, kakigoris.
There's a theme. But all the ones I'm mentioning are ones that are always on a stand.
Yes. Yeah,
they're not festival related.
No.
They should always be there.
The one festival related that won't be there, which I'm a bit gutted about, is in Flower and Garden Pineapple Promenade. Oh. Again, it was just another accessibility of getting Dole Whip in a different park, but also they had some cool items there.
Was that the one that had the peanut butter ice cream?
That was...
Because my God, that was one of the best peanut butter ice creams we've ever had.
It was that called World Swell Case?
It could have been.
Pun on that.
It was by the bees, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah, that was beautiful. Anyone who's out there now, Flower and Garden, actually I put a post about it on Instagram last week, but yeah, get yourself a swirl over there. I think they're doing a lemon sorbet one, which I think if it's hot out there as it is at the minute, that would go down a treat.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, yeah. Food and drink items dictated by the humidity of Florida.
Food-wise, we probably don't do as much food as we should. A, because we're a bit tight on the prices half the time because they're usually stingy portions, but also because Connections Cafe does really good food for the same price.
Was that our standout slice of pizza?
Yes.
From the trip last
time? One of the best slices of pizza we've had on Disney property.
Quick serve Disney pizza, that's the place to go, isn't it?
It was really good.
Yeah, I remember it being good.
It rivaled Pizza Ponte.
Yeah, in Springs. We love a Pizza Ponte. I know obviously a lot of people, the vast majority, go to Blaze. Blaze is great as well. But yeah, Connections Pizza.
Per slice, that definitely rivaled Pizza Ponte.
Yeah, it was good. That was good. Mm-hmm. Tasty pizza, definitely.
And now I'm hungry.
And I want something coconut.
Yeah. And I'm hot because I want to cool down on a Mango Star.
Obviously, we mentioned before as well that another way of cooling down is to get into water, and both water parks are open.
Mm-hmm.
Any sort of standout thing that you would like to do this time with the water parks, now that Penny's a little bit older, Noah's a little bit older?
As in rides?
Rides, food, just any sort of vibe. When we went in 24, because Noah was 8 months old and Penny was obviously a little bit younger than what she's going to be now. Really, we stuck to kiddo areas and lazy rivers.
So I think my one for Typhoon is the Aqua Coaster.
Yes.
I've never done it.
Crush and Gusher?
Yep, never done it. I did the one in Universal when we went, but I've never done the one in Typhoon Lagoon.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good ride.
So I'm looking forward to that, and I think Penny will really love that.
You probably get on the Penny on that, I think, definitely. Certainly height-wise you will. Just
Blizzard Beach.
Do you know what I've got for Blizzard Beach is the toboggan races.
So that's literally what come to mind on mine, because I think that'll be good fun for all of us.
Penny would love it.
But also, the rest of the rides are all quite big.
There's a lot of bigger attractions there. Obviously, Summit Plummet and the higher rides at the top of the hill might be a little bit difficult for some of the youngers.
But the slalom one I think will be great fun because I'm pretty sure we can all do it.
Yeah, that should be good. sort of like the up and down bobbing one.
Just got visions of Noah absolutely throwing himself over that ledge.
Yeah. Well, he's going to enjoy the likes of Catch Kitty Creek and Tyke's Peak. I think he'll be in his element in those two now because he can tear around. It's only like for him it will be shin deep water that he can just run around in. I think he'll be a different animal. When we went in 24, he was very much I'm going to plonk you down in the water and you can pat your hands in it.
Yeah. And Typhoon, he can do the little ring one, the kiddie ring.
Yes.
Ride.
That's in Catch Kitty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he'll love it, and Penny loves being in water.
I do love Typhoon Lagoon. I love the whole setting of Typhoon Lagoon.
Yeah, the theming of Typhoon Lagoon is certainly up there for me.
Food-wise, I don't really know what's on offer in there. Penny loves the Dippin' Dots, doesn't she?
They keep levelling up the food in water parks.
But the mini donuts, we always have.
The mini donuts have to be done at Typhoon Lagoon.
Those mini donuts. But we had a flatbread last time, and that was really good.
Yeah. Typhoon Lagoon's food options were really, really good, and they have we saw a bit too late, but I know it's still there. Is the bathtub full of Dole Whip that you can get at Typhoon.
Oh yeah, take it back. That's on my list, I think. Yeah. I think we put that on our list for this time, actually.
Yeah, got to be done.
Yeah, I don't think there's any others.
No, Blizzard Beach again. We had some good food when we were at Blizzard Beach, so looking forward to getting back there.
I don't really remember Blizzard Beach for food.
Blizzard Beach, we had...
I had a burger, didn't I?
Yeah, I had a chicken sandwich, which was lovely. But their menu's been revamped and it looks really good.
We haven't eaten there for years.
Yeah.
We've just gone on a massive tangent about food.
Yeah, I noticed the majority of our conversations do end up back at food. Similar to like the cruise chat was all about
food or rides.
Yeah. But no, I mean, that's all part of it, isn't it? And we were mentioning it on a separate podcast that, gone are the days where if people discuss going to Walt Disney World, it's like, but I don't want to spend 2 weeks eating burgers, chicken nuggets and hot dogs. It's like, it's not that sort of palate anymore.
It's only that if you go to Casey's Corner.
Well, this is it, yeah. But there's always room for a Casey's every now and again.
You do love a Casey's, don't you?
The American hot dogs, part and parcel of it. That's nostalgia.
I'm such an unpopular opinion. I don't like the American hot dogs or the corn dog nuggets.
You're not a big fan of them.
Can't do it. They are just not the one for me. I will take a portion of their fries though.
Absolutely, yes. Absolutely. Fries are great.
Going back to the snacks we'd like to try, we also said about the build your own popcorn bucket.
Or Main Street.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nick Carter, speaking to Nick Carter, and he mentioned a great tip of getting it on your last day, taking it home with you. And when you're back home and you're a bit jet lagged and you're feeling a bit Disney blues, that first night, kiddo's gone to sleep, crack open your Main Street confectionery popcorn just to have that one last taste of Main Street. I think that's a great shout.
Crying into your popcorn about the smell of Disney.
Exactly, yeah. No, that looks like pretty leveled up popcorn from what I can see.
Yeah, it does look epic.
The chocolates thrown in, little treats here and there. So yeah, we'll check that out for sure. Good stuff. I swear, honestly, listeners, we're not just excited about the food and drink. There's so much more.
It's just a nice pack.
But before we finally put a pin in our 2-hour discussion about Disney food and drinks offerings, we are quite lucky because as DVC members, the Welcome Home Weeks, the Disney Vacation Club Welcome Home Weeks offerings for DVC members is on when we're out there.
That was quite the mouthful, wasn't it?
It was. Disney Vacation Club Welcome Home Weeks. Apparently they are from July 22nd to August 26th. So they are bang on when we're heading out there.
Which is great for us.
And what does that mean for us DVC members? It means more snacks and more food offerings, which is great. So we're talking about different food offerings. There are going to be food offerings as part of the Welcome Home Weeks, which include complimentary ice cream treats. So those Mickey bars might be complimentary. In Walt Disney World, it's actually also in Vero Beach. So when we're in Vero Beach, we will have the options for treats. So that's always good to see.
Guys, if we don't come home looking like a Mickey bar by the end of this trip, there's something wrong, isn't there?
I know, exactly. This is the big one. 40% discount on select table service restaurants. And one of them is Garden Grill. We are looking to go to Garden Grill.
We are looking to go to Garden Grill. We have to work out whether it fits in with our discount that they are offering, because I think it's only on lunch and dinner.
That one is lunch and dinner. We're looking to do one on a breakfast.
Yes.
And the one for breakfast, that's inside the parks is Hollywood and Vine.
Which we've said that we're going to do, aren't we?
So Hollywood and Vine was fab last time.
Yeah, we really liked it. We did it last year for the Fantasmic package. And I thought it was really good.
It was, yeah. Had all your staples, your standard what you would expect from a Disney buffet-style breakfast. The characters were fab. I don't think they're Disney Junior anymore. The
character interaction was great. It wasn't rushed at all.
No.
They took so much time with the kids.
It was one of the best character interactions we've had at a character breakfast, for sure.
And the breakfast really surprised me. It was all really hot.
Yeah.
And it was a great selection.
So we're definitely going to try and utilise the 40% off on some of these table restaurants.
Yeah, definitely.
Some across, you've got, just to reel off a couple, you've got Tiffin's in Animal Kingdom, you've got the Coral Reef restaurant, seafood one in Epcot, the Crystal Palace you've got in Magic Kingdom, Be Our Guest in Magic Kingdom, Whispering Canyon at Wilderness Lodge, do brunch and dinner, 40% off. We might do that because we like a bit of Wilderness Lodge.
We said we might be able to whack that in if we want to go try Cycle D, didn't we?
Yeah, Trattoria Al Forno at Boardwalk as well as doing breakfast and dinner. So there are plenty of options as part of this Welcome Home Weeks to get a good 20 to 40% off depending on when you go.
That Trattoria Al Forno is a shame they never brought back the character breakfast.
It was Rapunzel, wasn't it?
It was. It was one of the only places you could see Rapunzel for breakfast, and they never brought it back post-COVID.
Yeah, that is a shame.
Disney, bring Rapunzel back for Trattoria Al Forno.
Absolutely. Sticking with food and snack offerings, Disney Springs have a complimentary donut at Everglades Donuts and Cold Brew. I'm looking forward to a free donut.
Everyone loves a free donut.
Disney Springs Day. So yeah, there's a load of different food offerings with this Welcome Home Weeks. There's also little perks like complimentary popcorn with the Movies Under the Stars in resorts, which is fab. So if we're in one of the resorts or resort hopping, we can grab some popcorn.
It's a cute idea to watch the movie.
And of course, Welcome Home Weeks come with a bit of swag. So if we go to any of the DVC booths, we should get ourselves a Welcome Home Weeks pin or button or whatever they're going to throw at us. We'll take it for free, that's for sure.
Exactly. There's some good offerings.
Absolutely.
Nice little perks when we're in the lounges.
Absolutely.
To get some AC.
And other offerings over the summer, we mentioned Cool Kids Summer and having the water parks open. And Goofy's going to be taking over Communicore, so there's going to be some areas around different parks and different resorts for kids to meet characters, to do special activities, to have a bit of a dance and a jig about, which sounds fab.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely be utilising a bit of the Cool Kids Summer as well.
Extra things like there's usually a water cool-off station in each park, isn't there, as well?
Yeah.
Like Magic Kingdom is Case Junior.
Yeah, because the water wasn't on, was it, when we went last time? But it certainly will be to cool people down in August.
Epcot has the jumping fountains, but also has another little one by Test Track.
And of course,
Moana.
Getting soaked in Moana.
What else? Animal Kingdom I don't think actually has one, but they usually put the water sprayers on, don't they? Like the misting.
Yeah, same as Adventureland.
Yeah.
In Magic Kingdom, yeah.
I don't think Studios has one actually. But they did the misting as well, from what I remember. They put on like the misting sprays.
Well, we'll have to see what the new play park is going to be like in the animation courtyard area.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
true.
they'll put something there to cool the kids down, you never know.
Maybe.
I'm looking forward to getting back in that area and seeing animated characters. I think that's a great addition to Hollywood Studios.
There's some good AC options, isn't there, in Hollywood Studios? So it's not quite so bad.
Definitely. Right, as far as all of the stuff we're going to be getting up to inside of the parks, there's a whole host of things that we can do outside of the parks. And we want to certainly take some of our chilled time or maybe some of the afternoon heats to go and cool down in a resort pool or go and do some bits and pieces outside of the theme parks. So one of the things that came up that we've never done before, but our kids have certainly taken to recently, is mini golf.
Noah's obsessed with it.
Penny loves it as well.
And not even because we're a competitive family. They just really love hitting the ball.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We went on a recent trip to Cornwall and they love playing it down there.
We played it twice.
So we had a little look because I remember historically with a 14-day UK ticket, you were given the opportunity to access the Winter and Summerland mini golf and the Fantasia Gardens mini golf near Blizzard Beach.
Which we've never done.
So I looked it up, and unless I'm reading this wrong, it does state that you can go and have a round of mini golf per day of your 14-day ticket. So if you wanted to, you could do 14 trips to the mini golf.
It's pretty impressive.
I didn't realise that was a perk. I thought it was just a one-time visit. But yeah, if we did want to do it, say maybe twice, I don't think you're going to get to 14. The option's there.
Is it a 9-hole?
That I'm not sure of.
I think it's a 9-hole. I'd assume it's a 9-hole.
I'm not 100%. Maybe it's 9 on the summer and 9 on the winter.
I think so.
Or something like that. Golfers, keen golfers, anyone who's done the mini golf over there, give us a shout on Instagram, because I've been intrigued to see how that all works, especially if you've used it via the 14-day ticket.
Mm-hmm.
But no, looking forward to a little bit of golf action. We should definitely check that out. Disney Springs, of course, will be visited, mainly because, Ron Johns needs to be visited.
Why are we not mentioning Basin for their bath bombs?
Well, that's your first love of Springs, dear, isn't it?
Not just mine.
Ron Johns is absolutely mine.
There's just too many shops to name at this point because, let's be honest, we spend a lot of time in the Lego store and in the World of Disney.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're hoping to get to one of the theme sit-downs, be it Rainforest or T-Rex.
Hoping for T-Rex this time, aren't we? Because we didn't do that last time.
We did Rainforest at Animal Kingdom last time, didn't we? So maybe a T-Rex.
Noah's in a T-Rex phase, so hopefully
Loves
a bit of T-Rex.
Loves his dinosaurs. Yeah, so we'll be doing a bit of that. And of course, like we said earlier, resort hopping. Want to get you in the contemporary because you have to experience the contemporary.
We did a walk around Polly last time, didn't we? But it was a bit of a walk through more than a chill in the resort like at Grand Flow we did.
Yeah, so we want to spend a bit of time there.
Try out Trader Sam's.
It does look good, Trader Sam's, and I'm glad that they invite kids in up to, I think it's about 8 o'clock. So there'll be an opportunity for us to go in there and check it out. I think Penny would love it. I love the vibe.
Yeah, it's a great theme in by the looks of it.
She loves a tiki room, so she's going to love a tiki bar.
It's a nice little walk as well from Magic Kingdom.
Definitely. I wouldn't mind if we get the opportunity to as well, maybe go over to Art of Animation, just with the oversized theming that you've got there. I think Noah would love the Cars area.
Does that mean I have to go on the Skyliner?
That unfortunately means you might have to go on the Skyliner.
Oh man, okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind going over there and checking out the theming, because, the theming of Art of Animation and some of the other resorts around that area is fab.
Yeah, we did that in 22, didn't we?
Yeah, just popped out and skylined it over. Got some cool pictures with actually, I also remember, let's take this back to food.
We had a great lunch.
The Walt's chili that was there. Yeah, I don't know if that was just a 50th anniversary offering, but that was beautiful.
That was a great lunch.
Yeah, so we'll definitely see if we can get ourselves into some resort hopping. Obviously, for the first 3 nights of our trip, we're going to be in Kidani, and we want to spend a decent amount of time in Kidani.
Yeah.
Christy mentioned some of the activities that you can do in Kidani, and one of them sounded really cool. And it was like a bracelet you can create by doing certain things around the resort, like conservation things with the animals, or some of the cultural sort of projects they've got there.
Our kid would love that.
They give you like a little bead per one, and you make up like a little friendship bracelet. Penny would absolutely adore that.
Yeah, Noah would as well, to be fair.
Yeah, so we're definitely looking to do some bits and pieces within the resorts we're staying in as well.
Also, their pool's really good.
Oh, the splash pad, the pool itself, 0 entry as well, which is handy for Noah.
So just try and make a bit of use of that, isn't it?
And of course, you've got copious amounts of animals which need to be seen while we're at Kidani.
Yeah, tick off the list.
Definitely. So we'll be doing a bit of that while we're there for the first 3 days, especially. And then when we get to Saratoga, obviously we love our paddock pool.
Yeah. Paddock is number 1 for us, isn't it?
Definitely.
But again, it's 0 entry.
Hoping to stay around that sort of area. We'll see if we get that from a special request.
Yep.
Yeah. And lastly, again,
Food.
tummy related, beignets at French Quarter.
They were so good.
They are brilliant. Like, believe the hype, people.
And we'll do that when we stay at Saratoga, because we can walk up to the dock and get the boat.
Yeah, it was good. It was a nice little boat journey when the boat finally came, because it was a little bit late, but it was a nice boat journey down.
It was a nice journey.
An extended stretch of the Sasagula that we don't tend to get when we're in Saratoga. We only do that like short leg, don't we?
It's a nice different view to see the tree houses.
Yeah, definitely. I think they're on a revamp as well, those tree houses soon.
Oh.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Get a sneaky little look when we go past on the boat then.
Absolutely. So yeah, there's plenty for us to get out and about in around the Walt Disney World property as well. We're definitely going to try and soak in as much of the full property as well as the parks while we're out there.
Use it as our bit of downtime, aren't we?
Definitely. Another thing regarding characters outside of the parks that we want to do, as part of this DVC Welcome Home Weeks, there are going to be exclusive characters at the Atlantic Dance Hall in the boardwalk.
Yeah.
So maybe go there in the morning, get some character meets as part of that Welcome Home Weeks, and then have a little stroll into the International Gateway of Epcot.
We've put that on our thing, haven't we, to do in between an Epcot and a Studios Day.
That one's on the list. That one's on the list, yeah, absolutely.
Which would be good.
And of course, hopefully try and get in some of the DVC lounges while we're talking DVC, because there's a new one in Magic Kingdom that I wouldn't mind trying. The one in Disney Springs was all but open when we got there.
It was just a welcome centre, wasn't it, when we got there?
Yeah, apparently there's a full-on lounge now, so we'll go and check that out.
Epcot's had a refurb as well, hasn't it?
Yes, yeah, it's changed name. I don't know how much of it's actually changed up there, so we'll see. Yeah, we'll try and utilise some of the DVC lounges to get a quick refreshment. Some of those cinnamon bug bites that you can get. If you know, you know, you got to get them. So yeah, plenty to see and do as far as inside the parks and outside the parks. And I absolutely can't wait to be back in that bubble.
Quick little shout out to Tricycle D as well. We're hoping to get over there to do a pony ride.
Yes, that will be Noah's first as well.
It would be Noah's first pony ride.
Was Penny's first pony ride at Tricycle D as well in 22? Was that her first pony ride?
Yes, I don't think we'd done the one at Dartmoor at that point.
That sparked it, I think, didn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, on Carrot.
That's kind of our little tradition now, isn't it? That we do a pony ride every time.
I love Fort Wilderness, I do. And also I want to get over there to see the new Lakeshore Lodge building as well.
Because that's right next door pretty much to Tricycle D.
Yep, definitely.
And it's just nice to see the Disney horses, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. Absolutely.
Because they are pampered.
Yeah.
And they are lovely to see.
If you're a horse lover, then Tricycle D needs to be on your spreadsheet, I think.
Yeah, I agree. It's
Definitely.
very relaxing.
Yeah, it's a beautiful resort. It is a beautiful resort. So that's our plans for inside and outside standard park days. We've also got a couple of special events happening while we're out there.
Yes.
And one of them has been booked.
I'm very excited for this one.
We are going to be attending Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. We are Halloweening it up in August.
It's the first time ever.
It's going to be your first time, isn't it?
It's my first paid for after hours event ever.
Is it the first one?
Yep. Isn't that mental?
That is mad. Oh, you're going to love it.
I'm so excited.
As we've probably alluded to over episodes before, our family is Halloween nuts. They love Nightmare Before Christmas, both of them, Noah included. He's a massive Jack Skellington fan. Penny has grown up a Nightmare Before Christmas fan. So we're going to have to try and get that meet and greet. Everyone I've spoken to say that the Boo-to-You parade and the fireworks is the best on property. So gotta be seen.
We've been told to take an extra bag for trick-or-treating because you get so much candy.
There's a lot more snacks on our way, so that's good to hear.
I'm just so excited for it. I think it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, we're currently looking at plans to what we're going to be wearing, costume-wise, if we go down the costume route.
I mean, we are.
Okay, we are.
The kids are all sorted.
Yeah, kids have got their things, so you'll be seeing that over on Instagram for sure.
So yeah, when we get back and you see pictures of us doing Halloween in 30-degree heat in August, don't come for me, because we're doing Halloween in August in Disney and it's incredible.
Yeah, no, it had to be done. I'm quite glad they've done it a little bit early, just to extend sort of spooky vibe. So yeah, it's going to be there. And a huge shout out to Ashley, Mrs. WDW with me, for helping us out booking that as well. Her planning skills came into action and saved me from working. We actually even got DVC discount on them, so that's even better.
Which is a bonus, but also she saved you about an hour and a half on the phone in a queue to try and get them. So
I was on hold and it just said it can't be done. It just said it can't be done, sorry, and it went dark. So I was like, okay, I need to pick up the bat phone and speak to Ashley. So yeah, good to get that sorted. So that's all done. Mickey's Not So Scary is going to be attended. It's going to be fab. Episode just dropped with Lenny and Beth Loveridge in May's guest episode. Lenny, Beth, if you're listening, I hope you are. We will see you there on Not So Scary because we've got the same date. So that's going to be a cool meet up. We'll have to see each other in our spooky best. So that's fab. And there's another special event which has always been a wish list for me since I've been seeing after hour events at this destination. There's a few DVC Moonlight Magic events while we're out there. And the two dates that we can do is the first night we're going to be there, which isn't going to happen because of jet lag. But the night before we leave, Typhoon Lagoon is opening its doors of an evening for a DVC Moonlight Magic event.
which I'm praying we get, but I don't know how easy it is to get the tickets for it. So if anyone's a DVC member and you've done Moonlight Magic and you've managed to get tickets, can you send us a message, please, and let us know, A, how easy it is to get tickets, B, the easiest way to do it, also the time you're supposed to get online and do it, because I can't find any information about what time they get released.
It's pretty sparse from a UK perspective over here, isn't it? So yeah, any sort of help that you guys could send our way would be fab. I wonder if it is just going to be one of those like American VPN jump-ons to book it. I know we get an email come through to us to say we're eligible because you have to be a DVC member
on site,
booked on site in a DVC resort using points to get the opportunity.
Okay.
And then I think it goes live for booking early June.
Yeah, I think so. So we're just praying that we have the opportunity to go to that, because I think it would be incredible.
Well, obviously it's extended water park time, which is always good in my book, but they have character interactions there. They've got a bit of a dance party. I believe there's snacks.
And it's a water park at night.
A water park. It's Typhoon Lagoon at night as well.
And I've seen, don't they do really epic like floaties in the lazy river?
Absolutely, yeah.
I might be getting that mixed up with H2O Glow, but I think they both do floaties.
I think it's fairly similar to H2O Glow. I think the setup's fairly similar.
So yeah, we're praying on that one for the next one.
We'll keep you all informed in our June planning episode to see if we actually did get that.
We really are taking off a lot of firsts this time.
It is turning out to be a trip of first, really.
It really is.
And like to go full circle to what we were saying right at the start, like you can never fit everything in on a Disney holiday, and this goes to show it. There's so much that we're trying to pack in that we've never done. The mini golf, for instance, which has been there for decades, that we've never even looked at. To not so scary, and your first time going to that, let alone the cruise in Vero Beach to add it on from outside of the bubble. It's going to be a pretty special trip, I think, this one.
It really is a trip of first, and we don't take it lightly. We're very humble. We're very grateful for the opportunity, and just hoping that the planning works that way.
Yep, and this is why it's always handy to have a guideline just to see where we are, and to see how we need to switch it up when we get into, say, the second half of this trip, and see if we need to move some things about. But whatever we get up to, we know it's going to be magical. We know the kids are going to enjoy it. We will be guided by their energy levels and the August Floridian weather.
Be a lot of fans and cooling towels in there.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Chargeable fans of John Lewis, we swear by him. So if you are looking for someone to cool you down through the summer of Walt Disney World, get onto the John Lewis website. £12. Nice little portable fan for you there. We've mentioned it to friends, and they're going to pick it up for their Disney trips in the summer as well. So that would be our tip. Yeah, absolutely. Got to do what you got to do to stay cool in these places, right?
Completely.
But yes, that is our initial plans as far as our Walt Disney World bubble stay is. I'm intrigued, listeners, to hear what your must-dos are when it comes to being on the bubble, and your sort of attractions that you're looking forward to on your future trips. So make sure you get in contact with us at Instagram and let us know whether you agree with us with some of the rides, attractions, snacks that we're going to see. Are they your faves, and they're the ones that you have to absolutely get on when you get over to Walt Disney World as well?
Yeah, there's definitely snacks that we've missed that we're like top-notch snacks that we want to try.
Oh, definitely. If you've got a recommendation, then make sure you are letting us know.
Yes, please.
Awesome. And any hints and tips regarding anything that we've asked for, we are an open book. Please let us know. As we mentioned, Moonlight Magic is a newbie, and we definitely need information regarding that. Anyone who has navigated Not So Scary in recent years, let us know your plans, because I can guarantee that's not going to be able to be done all in one evening. So let us know what the must-dos are for that.
What an exciting trip.
What an exciting trip. Can't wait.
Such an exciting trip.
79 days left. We are into the 70s, guys.
Wild.
And with that, that is a great point for us to wrap this magical discussion up. Anything, as we mentioned, you feel we need to add to our Walt Disney World stay, please let us know over on the socials. Insta's the one that we usually contact people with. We've got a great community over there, so look up Devonshire Dis on Instagram. We're also on TikTok. We also have a YouTube if you want to follow along with some of the videos. We'll certainly be posting on there when we get out there as well, so check out Devonshire Dis across the socials. Loz, thank you kindly for joining me once again on your sofa.
Well, thanks for having me on my sofa.
I've got a little bit extra hype on this Sunday evening now that we've started speaking about Walt Disney World. I just can't wait to get back out there now.
It's starting to feel a bit more real now, isn't it?
It is. Like, we've got to that point of the timeline where things have been paid off. The cruise is paid off. The tickets are paid off. Everything's reserved. We've booked Not So Scary.
Not yet, though, because the next one will be about booking dining, hopefully.
Yes, in our next episode coming out in June, we will be talking 60-day dining and why 60-day dining is so important to so many people heading over to the bubble. So yes, we'll talk about a little bit more in detail about food. That's a shock. But we'll talk a little bit more about food and drink. We're essentially a food and drink podcast at this point. But we'll go into the restaurants that we want to check out and some of the reservations we were able to make at 60-day. So look out for that episode coming in June. But for now, Loz, thank you for joining me.
You're welcome.
Listeners, thank you for joining in with us today. If you've enjoyed this episode, please give us a like, subscribe to the Devonshire Dis Podcast, and share us amongst your friends and, of course, over the socials as well. As we mentioned, the socials, Devonshire Dis is on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, so go give us a follow and come and say hey. If you're after the latest Disney news from the parks, Disney Cruise Line, and DVC, please do go and check out the Disload podcast. We have just hit 2 years. Myself, Luke, Kev, and AC have been rambling on about Disney news. So 2 years we've been doing the Disload podcast. We want to celebrate that, and we will be celebrating that in an episode through May. So go check that out. If you want any more insight regarding DVC, resale, direct, or you want to hear DVC members' stories regarding the Magical World of Disney Vacation Club, then please do check out Kev's Brits Guide to DVC podcast as well. That's it for now. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Ciao for now, family.
Ta-ra!
Goodbye.
We will see you soon.
Adios.
Bye!
Goodbye. Bye-bye. See you real soon.